Hello everybody, it's Maya Zahira with Psychic Protection Sanctuary, and we are now starting our Facebook Live in our Psychic Protection Sanctuary Facebook group. This is class 5, day 5, our final class for our 5-day spiritual empowerment activation for empaths and sensitives. So welcome everybody. Oops, I'm shaking my camera. I think we're going to have a nice big class today. So as usual, I'm going to go over some announcements and some shout outs. You know, I never can tell how long the class is going to be. I'm pretty sure this class is going to be a little bit shorter. I'm also not going to go into the announcements as much today. You can listen to the other classes for all the in-depth announcements if you want more of that. But as people are joining, we are going to do a little bit of sharing. So if you're already here, you can get ready to type your answer. We're going to do some sharing. What was one aha moment that you got from yesterday's class? In yesterday's class, we talked about common trip-ups for empaths. So what was one aha moment that you got from yesterday's class? And then I have two questions for you. The second one is, what was your favorite thing that you got from this challenge? Something that you learned, or a breakthrough, or whatever. Or your favorite thing about how we did the challenge. So it could be a breakthrough, it could be like something that you liked, whatever. So an aha moment from yesterday's class, and then also your favorite thing about this challenge. So today is day 5 of our Facebook challenge. It's our final day. Our focus today is to wrap things up, but also we're going to have a guided journey. So if you have struggled with setting energetic boundaries, spiritual boundaries, I will give you an example of that today during our guided meditation. So that is what is up today. It's about wrapping things up and then also doing a guided journey. Let's see. So we talked about today's topic. We do have a gift, a free gift for people who are here live. In the live class, I'm going to give away, let me change my notes here. I have a guided meditation called Open Your Intuitive Guidance. So this is about opening your psychic skills, your intuitive skill sets. And that will really help those of you who were really tapped into our second class of this series, where we talked about discerning different energies. So I'm going to pick 3 people at the end. So stay all the way till the end. It's a really good guided meditation to help you open up your intuitive skill sets. As far as the homework free gift, I'm actually giving a free gift to everyone. So that is going to post automatically at the bottom of the hour. You may notice that, it's a pre-scheduled post, which is why, even though I'm busy teaching, it shows up in your feed. So in today's homework post, in that post, I've included the free gift. So everybody gets a free gift. And so I hope you enjoy it. And you have to look at the homework to find out what the free gift is. Also a shout out to those of you watching the replay on my YouTube channel. I love you. Remember, we're doing a Facebook Live here, and the nature of Facebook Live is that we chit chat and banter, but there's always really good content, okay? Those of you who are watching the replay on the YouTube channel, I will include the free gift in the description, in the video description. So if you're like, where's my free gift? I will include it, so you have to look at the video description to find that, okay? So we've got a lot of comments coming through, and I'm excited about reading those in just a moment. couple more quick announcements that we still have a couple spots left. Some of the spots have already been taken, but we still have a couple spots left for new members in our Spiritual Empowerment Academy. That is a 12-month online program, and those of you who are actually in it, who are here live, feel free to share some positive words about it, because we have an amazing group of people, and we go way deeper than we've gone in this free 5-day series. So if you want to keep having support and you love being a part of a group environment, and you want to work with me more, then I encourage you to go to my website, psychicprotectionsanctuary.com, psychicprotectionsanctuary.com, and then under the events tab, you'll find Spiritual Empowerment Academy. And follow your inner guidance. If you feel drawn to apply to it, then go ahead. As you noticed, as you may have already figured out, it does require an application process. In my approach with the program has been, as far as members, less is more. So this is not one of those programs where there's 10 million people and you never see me, because the program is so huge that I have like my helpers taking care of everything. This is not that kind of program. We have about 30 people in this program, and I am the person who's very active with it. You're not getting some like other person, right? So anyway, if you feel drawn to it, then I encourage you to join, to apply, and I do filter through and see who would be a good fit and who wouldn't be. So don't be afraid of that part. Like, if you feel drawn to it, then the chances are that you're already feeling the resonance that I'm going to feel as well. So go ahead and apply, and that free 15-minute session with me, you can only qualify for that if you submit your application by midnight Pacific tonight. Okay, so enough of that. One more thing is, I encourage you to get this book on Amazon, Darkness Disguised as Light, The Hidden Truth About Psychic Protection and the Illusion Matrix. And you will learn a ton in this book. And you can get it on Amazon, Kindle, or paperback. Okay, let's read your comments. If you've just joined, we are putting everything together from our challenge, our 5-day journey together, and we're also going to do a guided journey, a guided meditation as a part of today's class. So just to recap before I read your comments, day 1 of this 5-day event, we went over the foundations. I went through the 10 different types of empaths so that you could have a better idea of what type you are. The second class was all about developing your discernment of energies so that you can manage your energy as an empath, so that you can have better discernment about energies and about people. The third class, we went into boundaries, personal boundaries and energetic boundaries. And then yesterday's class, our fourth class, we went into common trip-ups that empaths often encounter. I saw from a lot of your comments that, from your comments in the Facebook group, that a lot of you learned some interesting things from yesterday's class. And I was very excited to teach that topic. If you missed it, go back and watch it. I just, for a second, was thinking about recapping that, but no, we don't need to do that. You can go back and watch that class if you missed it. It was really, really good, and I covered trip-ups or problems that empaths have that you might not have realized. Yeah, so let's go through some of your comments. I asked everybody a couple minutes ago to share one aha moment that you got from yesterday's class. And then also, since this is the final class, I'd like for you to share one favorite thing from this challenge. And remember, hang on till the very end. Stay till the very end, you guys, because I'm giving a gift to 3 people at the very end. Opening your intuitive guidance audio meditation as a free gift. Okay, let's see here. I saw we had a lot of comments. Oops. You know, I live very simply, and I also have very simple technology. So this is just my phone on a stand. And so if I like hit my desk, then everything shakes. And in order to see the comments, I have to mess with my device, and I keep moving it. Sorry. Life goes on. Hi, Barbara. Hi, Erica. Hi, Joe. Okay, Zahira, thanks for commenting. Zahira says, hi, everyone, from Zahira in Seattle. That's an alliteration. I love it. I love your black matching outfit. Thank you. So I usually take Thursdays and Fridays off for my weekend. And so this is my day off. And the only work that I'm doing today is finishing up this Facebook challenge. But it's actually laundry day. So I'm dressed, it's casual Thursday for me. So I've got this like cute little t-shirt on, and I was just folding laundry and changing my bed sheets and all that fun stuff. And then I'm going to go to the grocery store after I'm done with this exciting stuff. Yeah, real life. Zahira says, aha moment was that there are 2 types of narcissists. Yeah. And so when it's laundry day for me and I'm folding laundry, I will listen to free stuff on YouTube. And I found of another, actually an even better person on YouTube who's teaching about covert narcissism. And I'm going to post that video in our Facebook group so you can see it. I'll post it right after class, because it's really good. It really explains, goes a lot deeper, because I covered so many different things yesterday, and you know, I'm not a therapist, so I only went this deep, but that video is really, really good. So I will post it. Christy says, covert narcissist, I loved the boundaries class. Yeah. Cool. Hi, Lourdes. Joe is currently joining us in Mazatlan, Mexico. I actually need to get reading glasses. I think it's finally time. I was just thinking about that yesterday, because I was trying to read your comment. And I was like, I can't see it. I'm gonna have to get those like old lady bifocals, because I'm almost 50. Okay, here it is. Joe says, my aha moment. I had dealt with, her aha moment was that she has dealt with all of the trip ups that we talked about yesterday. Number 2, her favorite thing that she learned, I've been so shut down from the effects of childhood trauma. I never really knew about all the clairs that I had, that we talked about on day 2, and or my empathic abilities. It makes me feel like the, quote, price I paid was worth it, versus how angry I've been about it. That's a turnaround for me, and I'm very grateful for it. Yeah, that's good. I'm happy for that. Okay, Joe also says, for all of that, Maya has been a huge part of that. Yeah, Joe and I have been working together pretty closely. I appreciate our work together as well, Joe. Okay, Christy. Christy says, I can't get enough of the chakra balancing meditation. Yay! It has helped me tremendously. So Christy I think it's okay to say this. Christy just recently joined Spiritual Empowerment Academy. And so now, Christy, you have access to like the humongous student archives. And if you haven't already found the page that has tons of these guided meditations on it. It's called Energy Balancing Sessions, I think is what it's called. But if you can't find it, I'll send you the direct link. That's part of all of the juicy stuff that you get in the Academy. And you can have like something different to listen to every day, or you can listen to the chakra one over and over again. I love it. I love that there's so many in there. I'm glad you love it. Zahira says, I loved learning about all the different types of empaths and how many I relate to, and also about all the information on boundaries. Hi, Rochelle. And Zahira says about my book, oh my gosh, I'm making my desk shake. Sorry. Zahira says about my book, it's a good book. I'm glad you like it. Hi, Jeannie. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie says, I finished and ordered my business cards today, but laundry is next. Fun stuff. I can't wait to see your cards, your business cards, Stephanie. Stephanie is also an energy healer and etc. extraordinaire. Anne says, hi everyone from Edmonton, Alberta. I've been with Maya for so many years. She's been in my online program. Yay. I started ages ago being taught Reiki, because that was what we were first covering a long time ago in my online program. She has aided me through so much trauma and teaching me. Often I miss or don't remember things due to acquired brain injuries, and I love being with her and you all. You love me anyway. Yeah, hearts and smiley faces. We have a lot of love in our program, and each person has different things going on, myself included. We all have certain life challenges, and we're just all there for each other. And there's a lot of resources, but no, it's low pressure. There's not like tests. You don't have to take tests. There's no, I'm just laughing like, oh, that would be horrible if there were tests. There's no tests, there's no deadlines, anything like that. It's like you get to utilize whatever you need with the program. And Lourdes is joining us from Lawrence, Kansas. Hi, everyone. Learning how to keep the negative people away is a great tip. Angela Wilson, Kansas City, Missouri. Aha moment was the covert narcissist. Favorite thing, learning about all the clairs I have. Really feel empowered right now. Woohoo! Yay. Stephanie says, Vancouver, Washington, and my aha moment is the importance of speaking up even when it's hard. Yes, and I saw your comment about that in the homework. Definitely. Barbara says, it is okay to make waves. I don't have to worry about rocking the boat. Hi, Rochelle. Okay, time for a drink. I'm looking at my notes. Your homework today, which you're going to type the answer in the homework thread, but I'm just going to tell you what it is. It has to do with thinking about at least one thing that you really learned from this Facebook challenge, and what is one thing that you are going to apply into your daily life. What's one thing that you're going to practice? Okay, so I'm just going to use an example that pops into my head. Stephanie, I hope you don't mind if I use this as an example. I saw Stephanie's comment, I think in the homework maybe, that one thing that stood out to her was that any fear of making waves or upsetting people, that she's working on keeping in mind that fear is less important than the truth that needs to get spoken. Yeah. So if that is a big breakthrough that you've had, Stephanie, then you could practice. You could say, okay, in the homework thread, you could say, okay, so now every day I'm going to practice having an awareness of that. Every time I notice that fear about speaking my truth, I'm going to remind myself of this one thing, right? That's just one example. I just know that each of you have gotten so many different things from this Facebook challenge, and you're all unique. We're all unique here. So whatever you've gotten from it, I want you to brainstorm and think about, what are you going to focus on? What are you going to practice? Now, we're not going to share as much of that now in the video class live, but that's going to be your homework. So you can start to think about it now and maybe jot down some notes, and that will be posted. I scheduled a post to happen in about 5 minutes. So you'll see that pop up. Okay, Rochelle says, no so much yesterday, but I found it interesting that touching objects and feeling energy was part of being an empath. I do that a lot. That's very cool. Zahira says, that is going to help me. What Stephanie said. Cool. I think that's a really good practice. All right, so before we get into our guided journey, our guided meditation, just a couple more odds and ends. The first thing is that I've been really happy noticing that in our daily theme posts, people have been a lot more active, and you may or may not have realized this. Maybe you were not so active in this group before that you didn't realize that every day, every single day, 7 days a week. We might skip a day. I think we skipped Sunday. Anyway, whatever, silly Maya. Almost every single day we have a theme. I'm pretty sure Sunday doesn't have a theme. I think I took that out, but it doesn't matter. Almost every single day we have a post that automatically posts early in the morning, and it's a theme for the day in our group. And it will continue. It's been going for a while, and it'll continue even after this Facebook challenge. And every single day there's a question or a focus, and you can comment on that thread. And so, like today is Throw It Away Thursday, and some of you have shared things that you are ready to release and throw into the sacred fire, right? That's a great practice to do on a regular basis when you're working on your psychic protection, whether you're an empath or not. So there are some really good, helpful daily posts in this group, and I encourage you to keep on participating in those even after this challenge is through. So, you may or may not visit this group as frequently, but as you're going through as you're scrolling through your Facebook feed and relaxing in the evening, and you happen to see the daily post, go ahead and participate. It's just going to help keep you learning and focusing on new things, okay? The other thing that I wasn't really sure exactly where to put it in, what day. There wasn't really a perfect day to put this in, so I'm just going to talk about it now. It kind of ties into some of our other topics, and it's important to keep in mind. The idea is that the empath topic, the topic of being an empath, the belief about being an empath is actually very popular. It's part of pop spiritual culture right now. Now, the sense that I've gotten from all of your comments and getting to know you better through all of your sharing during this Facebook challenge, the feeling that I've gotten in getting to know you is that you are all genuine empaths. But I want you to keep in mind that there are a lot of people out there in the spiritual world who are saying that they are empaths simply because it's a popular thing to say. Okay? Like everybody and their dog is an empath. But that's not actually true. Not everybody is an empath. But people hear about this thing and they're like, oh, I must be that too, even though they're not. I've had people tell me, go on and on, telling me about how they're an empath. And then I will make an observation. I will see somebody tell them their most heart-wrenching personal struggle. And this person who claims to be an empath will respond in a very cold-hearted way and just say something like, well, everyone has challenges. You should just stop worrying about that. And I'm like, that person is not an empath. Because you have to have empathy to be an empath, right? So here's the thing. So that's a thing, right? But then also, there are a lot of narcissists, especially covert narcissists, walking around in the spiritual communities proclaiming that they are an empath. So I want you to understand this, because genuine empaths are going to have a tendency to take people at their word. If someone says that they're an empath, you take them at their word and you're like, oh, they must be an empath. And so you just like, and you end up getting sucked into whatever it is that they're doing. I think it was yesterday or the day before, I mentioned predatory spiritual teachers. There are a lot of predatory spiritual teachers that are narcissists, and there are some that are sociopaths and psychopaths and etc. But let's just talk about narcissists. There are a lot of predatory spiritual teachers out there in the spiritual world who are actually covert narcissists or classic narcissists and are proclaiming that they are an empath. And because it's like this badge that they are wearing that makes them sound important. And they're not actually an empath. It's all a show. To a genuine empath, this can be super confusing because you take the person at their word and you just believe what they tell you, because we'd like to think people are being honest. But someone who's a narcissist or a sociopath or a psychopath or whatever they are, they're not going to be honest, okay? It's all a manipulation game. So keep in mind that there's different problems along the spectrum where there's just people who are just wearing the term empath, the label empath, as an ego badge, like, well, I am spiritual and I'm an empath and blah, blah, blah. And they're actually not, but they're just saying that because it's really popular. Or they may be somewhere on the spectrum, on the narcissistic behavior disorder spectrum. They might be showing some tendencies of narcissism, or they might really be an extreme narcissist and a predator. Okay, so just keep that in mind, that your job is to understand your own empathic gifts and challenges. That's what this Facebook challenge was all about. But now as you go out into the world, you're probably going to encounter some people who are not actually empaths. Now, we talked about covert narcissism yesterday. We talked about gaslighting and manipulation. And so I'm just taking a few moments to talk about this today because, you know, as an empath, you can go out into the world with this new understanding of your empathic gifts and challenges, but then you encounter someone who says that they're an empath and you end up getting sucked in to their love bombing and their manipulation and the word salad about what a wonderful empath they are, and then gaslighting and etc. So that's a thing, and that does happen a lot. Okay? All right, let's address a couple more comments, and then we are going to do a guided journey. Excuse me, Barbara says, I think it is all about control. Yes, it is, and it's like a big facade. It's like in magic, they call it a glamour, where the person creates a certain kind of energy around themselves, not just to look beautiful, but to be something else, to be special, to be like this special, grandiose person who is an empath. But actually, they're a narcissist. So it's a wolf in sheep's clothing kind of thing. All right. Now, what I'm going to do with this guided journey is take you through some basic steps. Okay? But I want you to keep in mind that I always go way, way deeper and broader in our Spiritual Empowerment Academy. Last month I actually created an entire 30-minute audio recorded journey for the students in that program, going really in depth with a daily clearing protocol meditation, how to clear, ground, strengthen, etc., your energy on a daily basis. But we're going to do kind of a quickie version of that just to get you started, okay? Erica says, I pray everyone I love never encounters a narcissist. It's soul-breaking. Yes, it is. And I think I mentioned yesterday that I've heard a couple of different therapists say that in a lot of ways, covert narcissists are much more damaging than the classic narcissist. This is according to their opinion as a therapist, because it's like it's such a level of mental manipulation and confusion and brainwashing that ends up happening on the victim if they don't realize what's happening. So it's pretty bad stuff. Yeah. Okay. So we're going to move into an energy of empowerment. So no matter where you are in your empathic journey, you every day are learning and practicing how to discern the energies around you and how to move into your power, how to have healthy boundaries, how to say no to people, situations, and energies that are not a match for you before you get sucked in the first place, how to forgive yourself when you mess up and get involved in something that's not good for your energy. So there's all these things that you're learning as you're becoming more empowered. All right, so let's take a couple of slow, deep breaths. We're going to drop into meditation. If you're driving, I don't want you to meditate. You can listen and just do this later. But the rest of you, I want you to straighten up your spine, sit up nice and tall, and inhale through your nose and exhale out your mouth. Nice, slow, deep breaths. Allowing deep breaths, but also allowing your breaths to soften deeper. Allow your eyes to close so that you can go deeper into yourself. Breathing in and allowing your awareness to drop deep into your being, into your body, into your heart or into your belly. Dropping in. The first thing that we're going to do is a repeat of our second class, where you do an evaluation of your energy. So as you're focusing on your breath and you've dropped your awareness down into your being, from that point of awareness down in your being, I want you to just expand your awareness out into your body and into your energy field. And notice first any physical sensations in your body or your energy. No judgment, just simply curiosity. And now that you've noticed anything physical, I want you to now take notice of anything emotional. Notice any emotions in your mind or your physical body or your energy field. Just notice. Noticing with curiosity. And now taking notice of anything spiritual or energetic in your physical body, in your energy field. And no matter what you notice, even if you think it's just your imagination, just set aside any thoughts that you're just imagining it, and just make a choice to trust yourself, trust what you're getting, no matter what it is. And now recognizing and acknowledging that you are sovereign over your own energy. You are powerful, and simply through your intent, you can release any energies, emotions, feelings that are not yours, or that don't belong, or that are not beneficial. Even some of your own energy that isn't beneficial, you can release any of it that's ready to be released. So we're going to do it in one big, huge breath, doing a big release. Inhale and blow it out. And you can even now say, I now release anything that doesn't serve me. I now release anything that doesn't serve me. Focusing on your breath, we're now going to affirm with your intention that we're now calling your power back to you. So now I want you to say, I call my power back to me now. I call my power back to me now. See and feel and intend and imagine streams of your energy flowing back into you. Any energy that you accidentally leaked out of your energy field, any energy that was stolen from you, any energy that was taken from via energy vampires or worry or black magic or any reason why you lost energy. It doesn't matter. You're just going to call it back now. Calling your energy back. Now, as you feel all of your energy pour back in, I want you to bring your awareness all the way down to your root chakra. And this is an energy center, a vortex of energy that's right below your pubic bone. And the color of that energy vortex is ruby red, beautiful, vibrant ruby red. And now send a beam of light from that ruby red vortex, sending a beam of light down into the earth and literally plugging yourself into earth energy. And then feel that flow of earth energy flowing into you through the bottoms of your feet and through your positive energy cord into your root chakra. Flowing in that grounding, healing energy, stabilizing energy, healing earth energy, flowing into your physical body. The more connected with the earth you are, the more stabilized you are, and the less likely you'll be thrown off center by other people's energies. And now visualizing and intending your crown chakra, which is a beautiful white-violet color, vortex of light above the top of your head, and visualizing, calling in golden light, divine light, golden divine light flowing from above, from divine source, flowing in through the top of your head into your crown chakra and flowing downward through all of your energy centers, flowing downward through your physical body, flowing in, bringing energies of protection, wisdom, grace, healing, bringing in this divine energy flowing through every cell of your body to make you stronger, higher vibration, focus on your breath, dropping down into your center, now we're going to keep this part fairly simple. From your center, I want you to visualize a grid of light. This is a grid lines of golden light. And it's like a golden grid net. Really, it's a filter surrounding the boundaries of your aura. So it's not holding you in, it is actually a filter. Golden light. So instead of creating a wall of protection, we're creating a filter of protection, and divine light, that golden light, is extremely powerful and protective. If you have other steps that you would like to do in creating this grid of protection, you can do that now. But I'm keeping things simple for those of you who are new to this. Just visualizing that one layer of golden grid filter around the boundaries of your aura. And now that you've created a sacred container to hold your energy so that you don't leak all of your energy out the first second that an energy vampire walks by, you can now hold on to and maintain your energy within this sacred container. And now it's time to strengthen your energy even more. We've created a sacred container. You're now grounded, connected with earth energy, connected with divine energy, connected with your own inner energy. But now we're going to create a stronger aura. So we're going to do some color vibration work at this time. Again, we're going to keep it pretty simple. I'll give you a couple of suggestions. At this time, I'd like for you to call in a color, a particular color of light. Calling it in from above and allowing it to flow into the top of your aura and filling up your entire aura. So you can simply honor whatever color comes to your mind's eye or into your awareness, into your knowing, or you can choose a color. Again, the color gold is very cleansing and strengthening and protective. So you can never go wrong with calling in beautiful golden light to fill up your entire aura. Some people choose green, emerald green light. And the emerald green light is a very healing vibration. If you feel that you're needing a lot of healing, you could fill your aura with green, emerald green light. Let me take a moment and see if there are any other colors that we might work with today. Okay, there's so many choices, but I'm just going to choose one more. You could be called to call in a beautiful, clear sapphire blue, filling your aura with sapphire blue. And this color vibration is aligned with your personal will. So if other people are stepping all over you and you feel that your own energy, your own will is not strong enough, then you can really lean on that sapphire blue vibration. So depending on your mood and what your needs are, you could call in the color gold. You could call in emerald green. You could call in sapphire blue. Or it's also okay if, as we went through this process, if you called in the first color and then the next color and then the next color, it's all good. But now going forward, you might have a favorite color that you call on, that you call in when you're doing this process. Okay? So now I'd like for you to take 3 slow, deep breaths with the intention that you're really fully grounding and integrating all of the positive shifts that we've created today, and grounding and integrating all of the positive shifts and new understandings that we've come to, that each of us has come to in this 5-day journey together. Really integrating those energies. Okay. Now when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And if there's anything that you'd like to share from that meditation, we're going to do a little bit of sharing. And I'll just, as I'm waiting for your comments to come through, I will give a couple of wrap-up comments. And also, I need to pick a couple of winners for our drawing today for our free gifts. So, what I walked you through today in that guided journey was a very short and simplified version of some of the different ways that you can learn to clear and ground and protect your energy. So those steps can help you to get started. And those of you who are already in Spiritual Empowerment Academy, you probably noticed how I really simplified things, because you, after being in the program for a while, you know how to do so much more, right? So you can take whatever works for you and then also make it your own, okay? So anybody want to share anything from the meditation? Rochelle says, I was drawn to blue and I didn't know why. So blue is such a powerful color. Several years ago when I was really working on coming into my personal power, and I was like still doing a little bit of people pleasing and walking on eggshells with people, I moved into this one place and I painted my office. I painted it blue, so it was kind of like a medium shade of blue, not a light pastel. It was like a regular blue color on all the walls and then a dark blue on the ceiling. And so you'd walk in and it was like the blue room. It was very blue. And just being in that color vibration, I spent a lot of time in that room because it was my room that I worked in. And I think it was very, very healing. Like, it created a lot of breakthroughs. So color vibrations, you guys, are a really powerful tool. Stephanie says, teal was the color that first popped into my mind, bright and playful. Yes, I love teal. I've been working a lot with the blue-greens. Lourdes says, thanks, I needed to clear the day off from my energy field. Yes, indeed, I understand. Stephanie says, I love sapphire blue. Oops. I could feel it vibrate all down my back. Angela says, when I called my power energy back, it hit me like bam. I felt and could see golden rays bouncing off of my aura. I also had the sapphire blue as my aura color, as my aura, so I continued to call that in. Yeah, that's cool. And Barbara says, I like the golden grid of protection. Yeah, the grid of protection, there's a process that I teach my students. It's the triple grid of protection. So it's even more powerful than what I taught you guys today. And last month I took them through the whole process of the triple grid of protection, plus how to cloak your energy from non-beneficial people and beings. Because those of you who've been really attractive to energy vampires or negative energies or entities, learning how to cloak your energy is a really important skill. So that's something else that we did in the academy last month. Zahira says, I really drifted off, not asleep, but deep in meditation. And some of the deepest work can happen that way. Anne says, a lovely turquoise, me and water. Ooh, I want to go there, where you were. That sounds beautiful. Christy says, when I put the grid around my aura, it feels safe and it expands. Yeah, it's stretchy, so you can, that grid, you can make your aura bigger or smaller, and it's expandable. Zahira says, when I released all things that no longer served me, I felt it go, took a deep cleansing breath. That's wonderful. Oh yeah, and Christy being in the academy, she's saying that she did cloaking today. That's really good. Yeah, so I'm glad you found that. That was something we covered last month. Joe says, teal blue when I'm clear always seem to fight a violet color that comes with cords to my neck and shoulders that seems to be yanked. So yeah, so if you're dealing with some like negative energies coming in, there might be some things that you're noticing that aren't beneficial energies. And so Joe, that was really good that you kept focus on the vibration that was right for you. That was good. All right, so we're wrapping up. This was our short class for today. We have gifts. I've got to look at my notes. 3 people. So let me write down, because I've been writing down who all won. Day 5. Oh, I keep making my camera shake. Sorry, guys. Okay. Give me a second. I should have like game show music queued up for when I am working on the drawing winners. Give me just one more second. Okay. All right, our winners for today's live are Barbara Head, Angela K. Noel, and Rochelle Straight. And you've each won the Open Your Intuitive Guidance audio recording. So I'll be sending that to you right after class. And then also the homework was already posted while we were live. So you'll find the day 5 homework, and there is a gift for everyone in there. So rather than choosing drawing winners for the homework, I decided to just everybody who opens up that post, and hopefully you'll go ahead and comment like I'm asking you to, but everybody gets access to that free gift. And of course, all these 5 classes were a wonderful gift. I hope you felt that way. It was my gift to you guys. Do we have any final comments, questions, thoughts before we finish up for the day? Congratulations to Barbara, Angela, and Rochelle, and then also all of the winners for this whole week. Rochelle says, I was drawn to blue. I didn't, oh no, wait a minute. I already read that. My comments got messed up. All my comments got scrolled down. Give me a second. Okay, Sahela is saying drum roll when I was choosing the winners. Anne says it's strange. I feel rejuvenated. You know what? I'm always like hounding into my academy students that just doing these simple practices, it makes such a huge difference. So just taking 5 minutes to check in, do an energy check-in, and then release anything that no longer serves you, and then call your energy back to you, set up your grid of protection, anchor to the earth, connect with divine source, connect with yourself, whatever order you want to do that in. But doing some of those things, and just even just sitting and taking 3 slow deep breaths and releasing anything that doesn't belong, like that little piece is super powerful. And I know for myself as an empath, oh gosh, I was having this happen a lot during COVID. time during COVID lockdown, the energies were so intense that I would start to feel really anxious and depressed. And it's because I wasn't discharging that excess energy on a daily basis. And I realized, tough love, Maya, like you got to do that every single day. Because for me, I will end up feeling depressed and anxious and just like, I'll just feel like crap emotionally. So we all, including myself. So when I tell you guys to take the time to discharge your energy or to do this kind of meditation, it's something that I would expect myself to do too. So even taking a couple of minutes every day is really, really powerful. So definitely do it. Maya says, Mama Maya. Okay, Joe says, I just heard the dating game music in my mind when you were talking about the game show music. That's funny. I think I was hearing Jeopardy music when I said it. You're welcome, everybody. And Rochelle says, extremely helpful. Joe says, great stuff, Maya. Angela says, great info, Maya. Christy says, huge difference. Yay. Anne says, this was fantastic. So glad that even though I forgot about this course, I'm delighted that I found it and late, but I got here. That's great. So I have this feeling, I'm just getting this like intuitive feeling right now that I think we covered so many different things that I feel like some of you would actually benefit from going back, maybe when you have time over the weekend, going back and watching everything again. I've actually never recommended that, but I just have this really strong feeling that many of you are going to get another layer of stuff, new understandings from doing that. So if that resonates with you and you have some time, and remember, you don't have to watch these videos. You can listen. Listen while you're doing dishes or doing your Saturday morning cleaning or whatever. I'm just getting a really strong feeling that would really benefit a lot of you, so I wanted to share that. Joe says, really enjoyed the entire challenge and everyone that participated. Thanks, everyone. And I'm so glad you said that, Joe, because I really want to give a huge thanks to every single one of you. You know, I could have just pre-recorded some videos and then posted them, but that's not as fun and it's not as interesting. And so 50% of what makes a challenge like this so fun and cool and interesting is you guys participating and bringing your energy to the event. So I want to thank each one of you for taking the time to be here, for participating, for adding your comments and asking your questions. Thank you so much. And Nick says, I'm late. Thank you for this 5-day challenge. Yeah, we're at the very tail end, but I know you've been watching the replays. I saw your wonderful comment on YouTube. All right, just a final reminder that you have until midnight Pacific tonight. If you are planning on applying for Spiritual Empowerment Academy and you want to get the free 15-minute session with me, then you need to submit your application by midnight Pacific tonight. And that would be at psychicprotectionsanctuary.com. And then under the events tab, you'll click on Spiritual Empowerment Academy. And Lourdes says, thanks for the 5 amazing, insightful days. I'm going to miss you guys. It was wonderful connecting with you each day. And just one final thought is that we can still maintain this connection in our Facebook group, continue to participate in the daily posts. Tomorrow there's a post. So today's post is Throw It Away Thursday, and you can share whatever it is that you want to release today in that thread. Tomorrow's daily topic is Fluffy Bunny Friday. That's our fun post where you can post a funny picture or a funny meme, and it's just kind of a lighthearted day. Saturday is Shout It Out Saturday, where you can vent and like type in all caps and post whatever is really pissing you off. Those are just some examples of our daily posts. So you can stay connected in that way by participating in our daily posts. And those of you who are on the YouTube channel, Psychic Protection Sanctuary YouTube channel, if you're not already in our Facebook group, you need to head over and join Psychic Protection Sanctuary Facebook group. But just remember, I have a strong, healthy filter around our group, and I only let people into our Facebook group if you take the time to answer the 3 membership questions. Otherwise, I decline you, because we only want people who really want to be here in this Facebook group. Okay? Zahira says, I loved all of it. Thank you so much, Maya. I appreciate all of these wonderful classes. I really need them. Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks, everybody, and you're welcome, and I will see you next time. Bye.